The Akuban knights are spending time in Wickthrone Rorenta, while Sarah hatches a plan to save the eggs of the rock they're supposed to kill, and brings it to the attention of a cleric of Nadinas. The cleric is on board with the plan and is in fact touched by Sarah's compassion, and when presenting the plan to the rest of the party, they seem to be okay with it since it won't be their responsibility to deal with it after they rescue the eggs. Klaus, the ranger, brings news of a party hired to capture a rhino as bait for the rock, and there is absolutely no way that party could ever possibly mess up such a mission. Maya then visits the temple of Rocy and gets told some stories by the old lady dwarf cleric there of the atrocities committed by clerics of Martha in the pursuit of life. The rogue then also procures herself a holy symbol of Rocy by just asking nicely. Meanwhile, Bud takes Sarah and Maya's favorite dress he procured without her knowing to the best dressmaker in town to get a wedding dress made as a surprise. It doesn't play out too well, however, since Maya does discover she has been robbed and quickly the entire castle is alerted and searched. Sarah diffuses the situation by taking the blame, but nothing can really be hidden from the young bride-to-be as she quickly discovers the whole truth, not after apologizing to all the servants and guards who were inconvenienced by the whole ordeal. But Arios then goes to visit the third temple this episode, which is the Temple of Tempos, where he inquires about the Amulet of Tempos they found. The cleric there does indeed confirm it is an Amulet of Tempos, but believes it has no further properties. Just before leaving, Bud gets a blessing from Tempos, which does guide his fate, as the future king invites a half-elf escort to share the bed with him, unknowing he had been pranked by Maya as revenge with a pinch of ground thistle leaf in his bed. But thanks to the blessing, neither of them even notice it. The next day, some more preparations for slaying the rock are made. Sarah hires some mountaineers to help get the eggs back down from the Great Horn, and Maya does the same with a crew of 10 archer mercenaries, giving them a good contract with pretty lucrative conditions. How terrifying can this huge bird really be? Will there be more wedding dress shenanigans? What creature will actually be brought back by the hired hands as bait? Find out now on Akuban Nights.
Hello everybody, welcome to Akuban Nights. How are you guys all doing today?
Great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. That's what I like to hear. How's everyone's couple of weeks been?
I went to Malta.
Did you now?
I'm jealous.
It was very hot, but apparently not as hot as Germany had it, because they got up to 40 degrees, and we only had like 35.
That's...
Are you telling me Malta was cooler than Germany?
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose you are like surrounded by the ocean, so that would help moderate the temperature, but still. Yeah.
I've been obsessively playing Minecraft.
Ooh.
I can stop anytime I like. That's why I've built a nuclear reactor, and I'm basically a nuclear vampire wizard with a reactor in my basement, yeah, and I'm also trying to make a ME storage system right now. So.
How complicated and fascinating. What type of nuclear reactor is it?
It's a big, well, it's not big reactors. It's like huge. It's just a little dinky one with one fuel rod right now. But I'm going to expand it and put cryothermium in it for cooling, and it's going to be great.
Wow.
It's going to be huge and terrifying, and yeah.
Well, shit. Who can top that?
Probably anybody who knows how to use turbines to make really cool reactors.
I meant who can top that week. I don't know. Cool. So that's how everyone's couple weeks have been. Now, let's figure out where exactly we are here. It's been a while. You are guests of the Queen, and you owe her, I shouldn't say you owe her, but you've agreed to do her this favor of slaying this giant predatory bird that hangs out in the plains to the west. Right? You all seem a little less than enthusiastic about this fact.
Yay! Woo! It's gotta be fun.
There's a reason that
I went
rock
to
is
hold
still up
Bob's
there.
hand, and now he won't let go of my hand. So yeah.
Are we having second thoughts about our volunteer suicide mission?
No, everything's fine. I'm gonna get married. God damn it.
Only if you can kill the rock.
I mean,
Fine. Yeah, we'll kill it.
Yeah, good. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, we've got a rhino, right?
Do you have an elephant?
That was it. Yeah, we have an elephant.
we want an elephant. They said we couldn't have an elephant.
We've got an elephant. We've got some rope.
So
we've
we
got
have
some
a rhino,
quicklime.
and they gave it an elephant.
Yeah. So we got the quicklime sorted, right? Bird lime, whatever it is.
Bird lime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was sorted.
Right. In that case, that we need to sort some bird lime. A lot of it, several gallons.
Quicklime is you
It's
need
not
it for
quicklime,
what
it's
here?
bird lime. It's sticky substance that you put on the ropes.
Bird lime.
Right.
So
Okay.
anything sticky will work.
Spread on twigs to trap small birds. So you need maybe like a whole bunch of pitch and tar. Because you're going to need large quantities.
Why do we still have that barrel of tar?
No.
No, you sold
That's
that one. Yep.
We regretted that the second we gave it away.
All right, let's open up the resource distribution document. Let's put on some music as if you guys were at court here in the big fancy palace. And let's take a look at where there is available pitch and oil in Drekis. There is only one source of pitch or oil in all of Drekis, but it is right next door to you guys. It is... Come on, map. Come over here. Come over here. It's right here in Fenden. They've got big pitch mines, or pitch pits. So that is nearby and easily available. So you can go ahead and get enough pitch as needed for this mission, but no more than is needed. Government is frugal here. Ish. So let's go through your checklist. This is not good prep music. This is terrible. There's no tension in this song whatsoever. Let's try this again.
We are already crying about all the souls we will lose. I think that's the kind of song.
All right, guys, let's go through your checklist. What do you need for your mission here, and what do you have?
We do have Philip, who's the cleric of Nadinus, and he brings a car to transport the eggs.
Mm-hmm.
That I already paid for that. I also paid and have talked to the mountain climbers that are going to help us up and down that mountain. In the end, they're tagging along as well.
Good.
That's for after it's slain.
Yeah, but that's my part of the prep, right? So.
Yeah.
So we've got Cleric of Nadinus. We've got mountain climbers. You have rope. You have an elephant.
Yeah.
Where's the elephant right now?
It is being held for you on the way there, near Berkshire.
Also, is this the venue music from Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines?
No.
Or is it actual...
This is tabletopaudio.com. They do all of the music here. This track is called Dark Angel, and I think it's supposed to be a take on the soundtrack for Angel. No, Angel, the Buffy spinoff.
Okay, because this definitely sounds like Angel by Massive Attack as well.
I'm not familiar with Massive Attack's other works.
It's old, but yeah.
Yeah. Elephant, mountain climbers, cleric of Nadinus, rope. Did you need anything else for this mission? I guess mountain climbers come with
Shovels, yeah.
We need shovels.
Shovels?
Yep.
Yes.
We were gonna build a ditch, dig a ditch to, not a ditch, but like a...
Yeah, a ditch. An emergency
Basically
ditch.
a ditch, but what's it called?
Trench.
Like the trench, yeah, exactly.
I would
what
call it the bunker, but
It's the oh shit hole.
Yes. Fuck soul.
A trench.
The oh god, please don't kill us, giant bird hole.
The not us, take the archers.
And what archers?
We have hired archers, like 10 of them or so, under the from the Queen's money. She said she would, or it was said that we would have.
Okay, 10 archers. Perfect. So you've got the ropes and the sticks for the construction. You've got the Cleric of Nadinus. You got the mountain climbers. You also have a cart. Elephant, shovels, archers, and food and supplies to supply yourselves and these people. Is there anything else you need?
Thing I wanted to ask. That we need food and stuff to make this thing happen.
Perfect. You got it already. It'll be all in the cart.
I would also like to bring a few bottles of very strong booze for the mercenaries for, afterwards. Not beforehand. Afterwards.
Booze. Got it.
Celebratory booze.
Anything else you guys need? Or is it time to go create and deploy the trap and wait for the bird?
So you said they have an elephant for us.
Yes.
Didn't they say they want to bring us a rhinoceros and not an elephant?
So you're talking to Klaus about this stuff, and he's like, look,
Big
mate.
and grey.
Look, mate, we tried to get you a rhino. That was the plan. Because rhinos are native to the Alardian crest. But something went wrong, and rather than capturing a rhino, the people I hired to get your rhino caused a stampede at a zoo that killed 20 people and then stole an elephant from a zoo. Not a zoo, a traveling circus. So we've had to hide the elephant so the circus doesn't find out. And when this whole thing is over, if somehow the elephant lives, we're gonna have to kill it. Otherwise, they're gonna find out that it'll just be a mess. So don't look into it.
Who was in charge of the mission? Was it one of them?
It's ridiculous, okay? Sometimes it's better not to look too closely at these things.
Okay.
Oh, well, okay, we have an elephant, that's fine.
You Akubans might not understand, but we Drakissians have an expression. It's, don't look a gift elephant in the mouth.
Trunk, surely.
That would have made more sense, but no, that's not how we say it.
Ah, fascinating.
Yeah.
Cultural differences and all that, yeah.
That does make a lot of sense. Super serious campaign. All right, guys. What is it time? Is it time to deploy all the things? You have all your spells, all your tools, all your needs met?
Can I get some really big arrows? Probably not. No, it's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna go through and do a special batch of poisoned arrows as well. I know it's not gonna probably do anything, but every little helps, right?
Sure. What do you want to poison your arrows with?
Let me see. What have we got?
Let's take a look at the poisons chart real quick here. You need something that is injected. So like type H or I or J, but what are you looking for? So the real problem that you're gonna have with the rock is that it's so big that the amount of poison coating one of your arrows is gonna be pretty insignificant when dealing with a creature of that size. You're gonna need to like rip a hole and then like dump poison in or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my wyvern venom because I've got a metric fuck ton of it.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll just sort of like It might take effect. You never know. It's,
Okay.
if I get enough arrows into it, it's better to have it just in case, I feel.
All right, I agree. So, it's time. The assembled princes and princesses and nobles and courtesans and all those folks wave you goodbye as you hop into your cart, complete with mountain climbers and a cleric. The archers are going to meet you there. The elephant's going to meet you there, but you've got shovels and booze and supplies and food and everything in your cart.
I would like to make sure, by the way, that they keep the elephant out of sight until we're ready.
Yes,
But leave
the
it under
elephant.
a goddamn tree, put it in a tent, something. Don't just leave it lying around, because,
Klaus has already thought of that. He's a clever ranger.
Okay, good. Making sure.
2.5 days later, or something like that, you end up right over here, the edge of the woods. And sure enough, there's a large tarp that is stretched between a few trees, under which there's an elephant and a caretaker who is just bringing like bales of stuff off of this cart to feed the elephant. The elephant's just kind of standing there munching on it. There's 10 archers standing around looking at the elephant, chatting amongst themselves. They don't have any armor of note, but they have bows and quivers. And your mountain climbers hop out of the cart. Your cleric hops out of the cart. They all go to greet the the archers and the elephant caretaker. And everyone sort of...
My mercenaries, by the way. Or...
The what?
What happened to my mercenaries?
You have 10 archers right here.
Yep.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Everyone's chatting and, boozing it up and being comrades and whatnot, while you guys can set to work. The path leads out through the rest of the woods into sort of like a big open plain, but there are some like campfires and campsites built around here. There's some tents of people who are bedding down for the night. So there's a small amount of civilization in this area. Very, very small. And I recommend you guys camp here for the night and build your trap in the morning.
Yep, agreed.
All right.
Yeah. So, about this elephant.
What about it?
What do we do if the elephant panics when the rock comes?
Well, we'll stake the elephant down, hobble it. It's fine.
Okay.
Chain its legs together. It's fine. We'll attach it We'll attach it to something fairly firm.
Just tie the elephant to the tree. It'll be fine.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think we'll hobble the
I
elephant.
think
Yeah.
Yeah, we should take the tree that actually holds all the ropes together, right, Neal?
And attach the elephant to it. Yeah, great idea. Brilliant.
Perfect. The more ropes attached to the tree, the more secure the tree is, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would like to ask Sky if he would be able to. I haven't heard him speak Eridonian yet, right? That was on Dragician before, people greeting each other and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, so I would. Okay, I'm gonna grab Sammy. I'm gonna say, Sammy, you need to translate for me.
Sure.
And I pull him over to Sky, and I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna talk to you, and you translate back to him. Can you ask him if he would be able to calm the elephant so he doesn't run away when the rock comes in?
I don't know Dracician.
You don't? Wait, are we the only ones in the family who don't? I thought you were the smart one. Hold on. I'm gonna grab Maya. Maya, can you translate for me real quick?
What language, sorry?
Dragician.
Oh, yeah, certainly. Mm-hmm.
Okay, could you ask Sky over here, who's probably really confused by now because I've dragged 2 people here, which is, could you ask him if he'd be able to calm down the elephant when the rock comes down?
I will relay the message. Question.
All right. It's a pretty light forest where you are here. Lots of gaps between the trees, not a lot of underbrush. Everyone
I
beds.
love that you spaced out for a second, but that was a yes or no question for you.
Yes, sorry, I forgot. I just thought I answered the question in my head and then just kept going.
No.
Yes, he will calm down the elephant and keep it ready to go. Sorry about that.
Very nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's all. Please continue. Please start with a description again. I just broke the immersion.
It's all right. I sometimes forget that people don't read my brain.
I've been trying this whole time.
What's the reason we skipped Berkshire? Is it such an unimportant town that we don't, that we're not interested to go through it, or?
No, you go right on through it. It's just the timing works out because you travel like 50 miles a day that you don't need to stop in Berkshire for the night. And I thought you would want to camp with all of your like minions, mercenaries, elephant keepers, clerics, elephants, and like, you know, have a good morning start right where you wanted to be rather than having to spend half the day traveling on the day that you want to set up your traps and stuff.
I think you're totally right. We might just started some shenanigans there, so it's better we just skip Berkshire.
It seemed to be, you just moved right past it, you know? We pass through towns all the time. Cool. Feline awesome can read my mind? That's a terrifying thought. All right. Let's do it. I'm gonna give you guys a map, and you guys can make your plans on it. Time is finally here.
I'm not nervous, you are.
Where are our plainy plains? Here's our plainy plains. This'll do.
Do elephants have hair?
Excuse me?
Do elephants have hair?
They have small hairs on them.
I have sat on an elephant as a child. Elephants are bristly as hell.
Yes.
I'd like to collect some elephant hair.
You can collect as much elephant hair.
They've got a tail that's like a little whiskey paintbrush thing as well. So yeah, just be there.
This will totally work for my mount spell.
Is this gonna work for y'all here as a map?
Seems
as a map.
Yeah, like is this a sufficient? I can keep bringing you different planes maps, and you can decide which one you want to work on. But I think this is going to be the best one for you. I've started with the best.
Seems legit to me.
All right.
Is this a place where we put up the ambush? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, yeah. If you'd like, I can keep bringing you different maps instead.
We just need the trees to tie down the ropes, right? That was the idea.
Ah, right. You're
And
lacking
like, if
trees
you say
on this
these
map.
are trees, then I'm fine with that. But we need trees to tie down the ropes,
Okay.
otherwise it's not gonna work.
Let's see. This map has
trees. Like
rocks. That's not going to work. Where can we get some trees? You know what?
I think we need one that isn't so
here's the
hilly.
thing.
Check this out. I'm going to
checked
add
the
some
forest.
trees. It's going to be great.
And
Forest
Oh,
made
God.
out of rocks too.
You're gonna make it. I'm sorry. Your mic is really low. I'm having a hard time hearing you, bud.
I said I take a forest made out of rocks as well. I think that's fine too.
Okay. All right. Let's throw some trees around here. It's not an entirely barren wasteland. Let's add one more tree over here. All right.
as long as we have like a 4 corner point kind of system, we can work with it.
Here's a kind of 4 corner point system.
It doesn't have to be square anyway. We can make it more kind of spiderwebby.
Yeah. What's the distance in these though?
5 foot
'Cause-
squares.
Okay. Okay.
Will this suffice for your needs?
There's a big freaking rock in the middle, which might make life interesting.
That's what we're looking for.
Ah, oh, actually, yeah, that would work. Maybe one over here as well. Why not? Yeah.
Does the elephant go on top of the rope or underneath the rope?
Oh, underneath.
Under the rope.
If it's on top of the rope, it's a tight walking elephant, which is quite talented. But also B, then the rock would just be like, "Ha! I've got an elephant, and it's gone." And we're like, "Yeah."
I like this one.
I don't know if that bush is sufficient to hold your
Is
shit.
that bush down a tree?
That is a bush, not a tree.
You can just, I don't see why you can't just have the rock in the middle, because it's going to hold up the net slightly, so you could put the elephant like here.
I'm just worrying about the
Right.
distance between this, because that's like 80 feet.
You have many ropes.
We got a shitload. More rope, the better, because it means more ability to like run around and things.
All right, and then the elephant will be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I figure if we have some trenches as well. Hang on. Freehand. There we go. So should we? Hang on.
That
So
just
the
should
rope.
be under the rope area, but they could be like next to the rock, like here, right?
Well, what I was going to say was we can have like a series of trenches running around here, and then here.
Yeah, but the trench doesn't work against a rock, against a flying creature. It can just snack us out of a trench. We need something that has
the
the
ropes are
earth
gonna
on
be-
top.
Yeah, well, we can dig little sort of like. Well, we can put shit over the top of the trench. It's just like we can take a trench and then put something over the top of it, planks and then dirt.
Something like foxholes, where you can
So
just
dig a
get
trench
into it.
and then put planks over the top and dirt, so it doesn't look like it's
Sure.
been dug out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just the ropes over the sort of.
You guys got yourself a nice big elephant.
Just imagine the ropes are closer together.
Yeah. All right, so this is your rope system. Fantastic. Where are your trenches?
They are.
Someone draw them in a different color than purple.
I've scribbled
I
them.
will.
Hang on. Red. There we go. No, that's terrible.
Here I can. I can't do a. Oh no, I can do a thingy. I can do a polygon.
There we go.
All right, we're gonna be calling
Does
you
the fill help
Archer.
or hurt?
The fill does make it. Whatever, it's fine. You guys figure it out. As long as you can read it, I can read it.
All right.
3, 6,
Aw.
9,
Feel kind of bad for the
10
elephant.
archers.
Right? Look at him, he's adorable.
Although, hopefully the rock will be able to get to the elephant because the elephant is underneath the ropes. So, fingers crossed.
And then you'll have to put the elephant down.
Why?
Because the elephant was stolen from a circus, and there can't be any evidence that the crown was involved in a crime. So the elephant has to die, one way or the other.
There we go.
I know, it's tragic.
I mean,
Some
if
might
it
even
runs
call it-
away, nobody has any evidence, right?
Except someone's gonna see the giant fucking elephant in the plains where there are no elephants. Someone will find it. The circus will catch word. The crown insists the elephant be put down.
You gotta roll these things, Neal. You can't just make decisions based on whatever you want. That's not his favorite.
Fuck! Keep deleting
Why
the
do
thing
you
back.
keep deleting it?
I don't know. I'm bad at things.
Stop fucking it up.
Take power away from me. I'm. You know, I can't be trusted.
No, you can't.
Tell me about it.
There we go. Just put that on a map player so I can't touch it. I don't know.
All right, now I gotta figure out how big a rock is. Wingspan
Fucking
are
big.
120 feet.
Fucking
See, I told you the net was fine.
what? Wingspan 120?
Yep.
Yeah.
What? No, that's not right.
So you guys are telling me you all agree to this plan without knowing how big a rock actually
It's a little
is?
bit big.
Like
Because that would upset me right now. Because
that's Neal, that's not.
That's a 134-foot wingspan, so it's a little big.
It's also not stretched out, so like, it needs to be smaller than that, surely.
That's why I'm doing from the wing to the middle to the other wing. See, that's a 120-foot wingspan.
Contrast the claws with the elephant.
That's
you can do that.
That looks about right. That looks about right.
That's perfect. Look at that. You can totally pick up an elephant like that.
Oh, that's the size.
Yeah.
Listen,
God, I'm
there's a
scared.
reason why you usually don't face a rock at level 5. And I think we are all understanding that now.
All right, well, it's not here yet, so don't worry about it.
Neal, as preparations are underway, I would like to walk through the people, and everybody who accepts the blessing will receive a blessing of Martha.
Oh, they'll all accept your blessings. Absolutely. And in fact, the lead archer comes up to you and he's like, "Hey, ma'am, hold on. I might be a woman. Let me check. Hold on." No, yes, I am a woman. Excuse me, ma'am. No, I'm not a girl.
I hope, because otherwise I won't understand.
No, they gotta go find Maya. And they translate.
Maya's trying to marshal the archers into the right place. It's just like, what?
The lead archer comes up to you and is like, fuck, how do you do a woman's voice? Excuse me, ma'am? I need to, can we, would you mind translating to the cleric for me, please?
Oh, certainly. Right. Yes. Sister. For you.
Hello? Yes. What?
The boys would very much appreciate a what is the word? You know, a sermon, a service.
Oh my
prior
God.
to certain death.
It's not certain death. Look, we've got this wonderful trench to hide in.
Understood, but some of them might not make it, and they would rather be prepared. And if you have any of those, you know, fancy clerical blessings that give combat bonuses, that would be great.
Of course, I will do that. So how is it, Neal? If before combat, if they want to dress in, like, you know, with the symbol of Martha and all these things, would they get a bonus to battle him? I mean, it is a melee bonus, but they would get +1 AC, right?
Yes.
If they were in my reach.
Something's gone very, very wrong, or possibly very, very right.
Something has happened. Yes.
So if any of them need like a ring to be adorned with because they don't have one as like a symbol, you know?
No one showed up with symbols, so if you have any holy symbols to pass out to reinforce the soldiers, they would love you for it.
Right. I mean, yeah. So it is, how many? 10 archers. Well, I do have 10 rings on my fingers. Does one ring suffice, or do they need 2 because the symbol is like this?
Are your rings adorned with the markings of Martha?
Yeah, I have like all my every jewelry piece on my body that is a ring, like also my wristbands, and like I have rings around my ankles and all that. They're all adorned with Martha.
Then one ring will suffice. At least on like a short-term adventure like this. If you were traveling for a long time with them, your goddess might want some like more prominent symbols. For a short-term emergency situation, a ring will do.
Okay. Well, I will hand them out to them, and I still have my my wristbands as my holy symbols.
Excellent.
That should be fine.
Okay. So we've got trenches. It takes all day to set this up. You got ropes. The elephant is still, you know, under the tree line. Archers are under the tree line. Is this ready? Is this this is what it is?
With Bud.
Right.
Bud, do you remember back in shit? What's that city called? Pikes Point, with the where we were hunkered down in that in the house, and I cast a spell on that door, and it caused a large explosion. Now, I could set that up on the elephant, but I'm really, really worried about the volatility.
You want to booby trap the elephant?
I want to give us all the chance we can, any chance we can have. And
What? Here's the
You want to
important.
make an am I here, by the way? Can I hear this?
oh,
Okay.
I specifically
That
got
is out of character. An exploding elephant. I both
think
love and hate you right
It's a
now.
very good idea to ask Bud, because Bud is a very what is the word? Reliable person. So the important thing is, will it affect the ropes? Because if we don't have our net, we are dead.
Yeah, it would.
It is the only thing that will protect us from the bird. Once the net is gone, we are just ants in front of a giant eagle. And I don't know if we will survive that. But I think it is a good idea. If all the archers are dead and you're the last one standing, you can do with the elephant whatever you want. You're a great wizard. You must have other spells. What is the thing that your missiles?
I just, I don't think birds are very strong against explosions.
Pretty sure they aren't, but we aren't either. So let's not force the situation yet. Okay, brother? Please.
Well, you still have that horn, right?
No,
No?
I gave the horn to Sarah.
What? So she explodes if she blows it instead?
Well, if there's ever a dire circumstance, that's one thing we might need.
I'm pretty sure Sarah will blow the horn if necessary.
Well, I'm gonna go help out any way I can.
Don't blow anything.
All right.
Exploding elephant.
I'm gonna
Oh,
make a massive explosion one day. It'll be glorious. Today is not that day.
so it takes you, I would expect, all day to set up ropes and trenches and organize with the people. Did you have a sermon you wanted to say for the
Sure.
archers?
Sure, why not? I'm gonna gather everybody who wants to participate around, and we're gonna form a nice little circle, and everybody's going to, hold hands together, because because we are a community and we're here for a common cause, and it's very important that we know that we're all here for each other, right? And I would like to say a blessing, and I would like to ask Martha to fill our hearts with hope and make our bodies steadfast when fear tries to make us tremble. Other people have tried their hands on fighting against these odds that we face here today. And, well, so far all of them have failed. But that is not something that should make us falter. We're here today under the blessings of two gods, Martha and Nadinus, and we're here to do a great work, not only for them, but also for the kingdom that raised these brave people that will be fighting here today. So let these gods have their eyes upon us today when we struggle when we fight, when we fall, and may they look upon us with grace when we might not make it through this day. But those who will succeed and those who will slay this beast and make this place a better world today, those shall forever be in their god's memory.
You give the speech, Maya. Do you translate it to the others?
I do. I even try to sound sincere.
Ooh, really? Okay, I believe you. I'm just calculating bonus penalties for the rock to grab things through a net right now. I think we've got them. The various assembled archers, craftsmen, yada yadas, they all make the double circles of Martha in the air when the sermon finishes up. The archers kind of play with their rings for a little bit. People are a little bit more nervous than they were yesterday when they first arrived and were chumming it up with one another. And everyone heads back underneath the canopy of trees to spend one final night, hopefully getting some rest. Probably not everybody gets some rest. And that was Tuesday the 2nd of October. Wednesday the 3rd of October, we'll come around and we will start deploying the bait and see how long it takes for the rock to show up. Might show up immediately, might not show up for a couple of days. We're gonna find out on the other side of our break.
Dun, dun, dun.
See you guys soon. Bye-bye.